What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue. Today I will be showing you the 5 best mobile flight simulators, starting with number 5, Alliance Air War. Alliance Air War is a free download, and that does include multiplayer, but there are some in-app purchases and extra aircraft that you can unlock in-game. And it's less of a simulator and more of an air combat on the go type of vibe, but I really wanted to mention it because I think it's an amazing game. The graphics are great, the sound is immersive, it's very easy to use, easy to catch on, a whole lot of fun, and I believe it deserves to be mentioned. It may not be as realistic as the rest of the sims on the list. If this was a video about mobile air combat, this would be number 1. So moving on to number 4, we have Real Flight Simulator. A lot of you guys have been recommending me try out this simulator, so I was really excited to get my hands on it, and I do have a full review coming soon. But until then, here are just a few thoughts. Real Flight Simulator is a free download, but if you want access to features like multiplayer, ATC, real-time traffic, advanced flight planning, satellite terrains, you're going to need the minimum monthly pro subscription. It does have very nice global ortho scenery. Multiplayer has an AI ATC system. It even has a failure system. I really like that actually. On the aircraft page, you can see the V-speeds and information, which is extremely helpful. You can somehow create your own liveries. It does have real world weather. One of the downsides to RFS is it's not the best looking simulator. It does have clouds and okay night lighting. Still a lot of room to improve. I also believe that the user interface needs some work. It is pretty easy to use, but it feels a bit crowded on my screen, and I'd like them to clean that up. The sound could use some work, but other than that, it's a whole lot of fun. And it does have a ton of potential, and I look forward to seeing some more updates. And moving on to number 3, I have X-Plane Mobile. X-Plane Mobile is a free download, but if you want the global scenery and all the aircraft, you're going to have to buy a monthly or yearly subscription. It seems that everybody is trying to move to the subscription price model, and I'm not a fan. X-Plane Mobile recently got an update including global scenery and some better graphics, and it does look amazing. I will say it looks absolutely amazing on your phone or your iPad or whatever you have. So you get all the airports if you get in the PC sim, which is pretty amazing, and they look pretty good too. The sound is definitely incredible. It's probably the most realistic mobile simulator, and it is a lot of fun. Now, the reason this is at number 3 is because there's a few things holding it back. One of those being the user interface. I think that the UI and the on-screen icons and things like that could use a lot of help. It can get confusing. It's kind of crowded, as well as I find myself clicking on the wrong things all the time because you have fully integrated clickable cockpits, which is amazing. It's great, but it also comes with the cost of your finger slipping and you hit the autopilot button and then you lose your autopilot, you know what I mean? So it's kind of tough. I would love to see them rework the UI system to allow for easier access and a little bit less headache. The flight models are pretty good though. I mean, they brought over most of the information over from the PC sim, so what do we expect there? They don't have a large variety of aircraft. That's another thing that holds this sim back, but hopefully they'll bring more aircraft and more fidelity to the sim later on. But I wouldn't hold my breath. We're still waiting on new planes on PC. Anyways, moving on to number 2, I have AeroFly FS 2020. AeroFly FS 2020 is not a free download, but you only have to buy it once, and there are no in-app purchases except for the Switzerland region, which is only 99 cents. But the initial download will cover California, Utah, Nevada, and Colorado, I believe. Now, I want to point out, even though this is at number 2, AeroFly FS 2020 does not have global scenery and it does not have multiplayer. So those are 2 huge downsides for me, but it looks amazing. It looks great. It does have clickable integrated cockpits in most of their aircraft. They don't have a huge variety of planes, but they have a decent variety of planes. The sounds are actually very well done. I have no complaints when it comes to physics or the flight model. It's very easy to use. It's great for people who are new to aviation, people who are new to flight sims. Like, it's super easy to pick up and just go like on your first few minutes. You can just fly a whole flight super easy. The user experience is very well done, very simple, very easy to use, easy to pick up. It's very clean. I do like it. It's great for people who are just getting into aviation or just getting into flight simulators and they just want to jump in an app and they just want to fly. It's perfect for that. I will say there are some things that I left out, but stay tuned for a detailed review. And before I get to number 1, I would love to hear your opinion and the order that you would put these simulators. Did I miss one? You know, what do you think? What is your feedback? Please leave that down in the comments. The competition is extremely tight in the mobile flight simulator world. But with that said, coming in at number 1, I have Infinite Flight. Infinite Flight is probably the most expensive of the mobile flight simulators. There is an initial buy-in price just to download the app, and then if you want access to the multiplayer features, ATC, global scenery, you will have to get the minimum of the monthly pro subscription. Personally, I think they should make this a free download and you just pay for the subscription like RFS and X-Plane, but because you have to buy the initial app, that makes this the most expensive. And I'll go more into that in my next Infinite Flight review. By no means is Infinite Flight the perfect mobile flight simulator. There are still some features that need to be worked on, such as the addition to clouds, much needed 3D objects such as airport terminals, landmarks, cities, night lighting or lack thereof could definitely be worked on. The aircraft lights don't really illuminate the ground, which makes it difficult while taxiing at night. Actually, a good thing is that they have a very large amount of aircraft available for you to fly. The flight models in some of the older aircraft really need some work, but thankfully in the newer aircraft, they focused a lot of attention in that department. But the great thing is that they have been actively updating and reworking these older aircraft, implementing new systems, new technology, accurate 3D modeling, which brings me to some of the reasons I believe this is the best mobile flight simulator in my opinion. There's multiple active multiplayer servers, very active and helpful community and developers, wide variety of aircraft and liveries. Infinite Flight receives frequent major updates and improvements throughout the year. I think the user interface is very clean and user-friendly. When flying online, you get real-world data. Speaking of data, the airport nav data are updated regularly as well by its own dedicated team. Very easy flight planning, lots of multiplayer traffic. I mean, they have air-to-air refueling, the connection is very smooth in most cases, pretty fast loading times, realistic ILS approach and auto land, and replay mode that allows you to watch your entire flight back even if you're doing a long haul. You know, Infinite Flight's not perfect, they still have a long way to go, a lot of work to do, but compared to the other simulators, they've shown the most growth, the most community support, and the developers are actually listening to what the community wants. So if you're looking for a mobile flight simulator, I would recommend any of these 5 simulators on the list. Try them all. Some of them are free. That's what I did. And then you can decide which you like the best, which fits your play style. What are you looking for in a flight simulator? You looking just to fly with friends? Are you looking to simulate real world flights, practice procedures? Or do you want to just hop in a fighter jet and go fast? We're all different. But anyways, enjoy. Remember, you have 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time, next video. I'm out.